Do you ever dream about recipes? It's crazy, I know. I do. But then I'm a little kooky sometimes. I woke thinking about sesame seeds, particularly tahini. And what a wonderful flavor it's always been throughout my life. But generally, we seem to think that tahini is only used in hummus. But it's actually such a wonderful flavor because it's just crushed sesame seeds. So I woke thinking about a pie, a tahini custard pie with lots of eggs and a good helping of tahini. And in the crust, I decided that I was going to use sesame flour. I never used to be able to find this, but now I think you can find just about anything online. So I have this sesame flour I think I'm going to incorporate into the crust. And let's see how it comes out. You know, sesame seeds have been around for a really long time. In fact, I can remember a phrase growing up that used to go something like this from Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. Open sesame. I wonder if it has any magical powers. I wonder what could open if I eat it. Let's see.
All right, let's make our pie crust. Stick of butter, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 3/4 cups of flour, and 1/4 cup of sesame flour. About 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and let's give it a whirl. Pastry, we're going to add an egg white, and if necessary to bring it together, we'll put a little bit of 1/2 and 1/2 in there. Okay, our dough's come together, and we will roll it out and get it ready for our pie crust. Okay. We're just about finished crimping the edges. I'm going to take an egg white, a little bit of water, and just brush that along the edges. Give it a nice golden color when it cooks. Then we're going to sprinkle just a little bit of sesame seeds along the edges of the crust. Let it stick to the egg wash. It'll toast up nice and golden while the pie is cooking. It's going to be beautiful and delicious. All right, let's whip up our custard and get this pie in the oven and get it baking. We have 2 eggs plus 2 egg yolks. Get a nice rich custard flavor. 3/4 cup of sugar, 1 cup of 1/2 and 1/2, teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 cup of tahini, about 1/2 teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of cinnamon, and then the ingredient that's going to help to thicken this up nicely is farina, which is really just cream of wheat. I have 1/3 cup of farina, cream of wheat. Let's give this a good mix, and we're going to put it into our pie crust and pop it in the oven. Okay, we're going to prick the bottom of the pie crust just so it doesn't come floating up into our custard. Now, if you would like to substitute any of the dairy that is in this recipe, you can easily do so with coconut oil and coconut milk. Let's pour this into our pie crust. Oh, that looks beautiful. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of raw sugar, demarize sugar. To that, we sprinkle a little bit more sesame seeds. We're going to put this in a 400-degree oven and leave it that way for about 10 minutes just to kind of set the custard. And then we'll drop it down to about 325 and let it finish off slow so that the edges of the crust don't burn and the inside gets cooked. See you back here in about an hour. Let's take a look at our pie. Smells so good. Pie is done and it looks beautiful. It smells delicious. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful sesame tahini custard. I have to dream more often. I am not waiting for it to cool. Open sesame.